Good evening from Bowling Green, Kentucky, where the late August sun is just beginning to dip and the thermometer still reads a sweltering 99 degrees. Tonight, an unusual Week 0 Conference USA showdown kicks off months ahead of where it would normally fall on the schedule as Delaware visits Western Kentucky. Both teams feature one of the league's elite playmakers at wide receiver. Delaware sophomore Sean Wilson, a preseason first-team All-Conference USA selection, and Western Kentucky senior K.D. Hutchinson, who earned the same preseason honor after a standout campaign last year. In conditions that will test endurance as much as execution, every big play could prove decisive. It's a conference battle arriving early, but with all the intensity of November. Delaware and Western Kentucky are ready to kick off under the late August Kentucky sky. Coming up next.
Welcome to Bowling Green, Kentucky and L.T. Smith Stadium. Another season of EA Sports college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Delaware Blue Hens and the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. So Delaware's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Western Kentucky's offense will get first crack at it today. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using the quick game. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. The Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. So Delaware's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Nick Minicucci. They have a lot of confidence that he can get them in the right play and make the right calls. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Flips it out to the back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Graves. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. Gets it to the 46-yard line, first down for this offense. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And he'll be smacked to the ground. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the catch. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Blue Hens, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll run the counter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the counter. Oh, better look out! A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
In that 3rd and long situation, you'd like to see your quarterback have a plan. You know that they may dial up the blitz, so you've got to know where your answers are. Where's your hot route? Where's your sight adjust? Where can you get rid of the football if they bring an extra guy and the offense didn't look like they were ready for it?
And the Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. On the run, it's Roberts. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The screen, and watch out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. There's a crease. Inside the touchdown, Blue Hens. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What I like about this running back is he can do it different ways. He can hurt you running between the tackles. He's got great vision, but he's also got a lot of speed. And I love the fact that this offense can go option. They can trust the quarterback to make the right decision, pitch it out to him wide, and then you see the speed. There's so many different ways in the running game. This guy can hurt you, and you saw it right there on that long, explosive play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense ready to start this drive. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw again. What a grab with one hand. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Roberts. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Off the play fake. Right on the money. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Complete out left to Wilson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The Blue Hens back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And they can't make the connection. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking for space, it's Roberts. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Keeps it himself. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And here comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Number 39, set to kick it away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. That pass is incomplete. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Running behind that left side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, what a move. Catch in the middle. It's Humphreys. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Trying to set up the screen. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Plucks it out of the air. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And the Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking downfield on first down. Caught on the left side by Wilson. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Defense playing a bail technique. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the NC State Wolfpack. Over to your game inside LT Smith Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
The Hilltoppers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Finds his tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
First down for the offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Graves. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up second down.
Wilson's got it. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Motion from the back. Looking to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
On to kick it away.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Hilltoppers want to crank the tempo.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. And leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
He's got him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Lofton. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Blue Hens are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Roberts. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The run inside. It's Roberts. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Just a short pass to the tight end. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his big tight end. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keeps it on the option. There's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Running inside, it's Allen. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for room. It's Allen. He breaks a tackle. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Humphries. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The play action fake. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Back to pass. It's complete. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll close the gap to 14. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Delaware's offense takes the field to start this drive. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Quickly out to the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Quick completion to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Silver. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Bringing the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And the Hilltoppers want to move quickly.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The screen, he can go. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Wants to take it outside. It's Allen. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. To the air on 1st down. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he's knocked down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. And the Blue Hens with the 1st and 10. Runs through the tackle. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll go right back to the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. It's reverse. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. On the run, it's Silver. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So Delaware goes on the road and gets a huge conference win over what I think is largely considered to be the preseason favorite in Conference USA, Western Kentucky. The Blue Hens get the 20-3 win in Bowling Green. Taking a look at the team stats, Delaware had the edge in first downs, 18-12. Total offense 306 to 219. Rushing yards 99 to only 39 for Western Kentucky. Passing yards 207 to 180. Third down conversion percentage, the team's tied at 50%. Turnovers, Western Kentucky had the only turnover. That was an interception. And then time of possession was won by Delaware by about 9 minutes. Looking at the player stats for Western Kentucky, Rodney Tisdale Jr. finishes 24 of 40 for 180 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. For Delaware, preseason first team All-Conference USA quarterback Nick Minicucci finishes 31 of 36, incredible efficiency for 207 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Leading rusher for Delaware was Kadaris Roberts, 9 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. For Western Kentucky, they were led by A.J. Allen. He had 11 carries for 43 yards. Leading receiver for Western Kentucky was Quavez Humphreys. He had 7 catches for 52 yards, though C.C. Ziram had 3 catches for 60 yards. For Delaware, they were led by Sean Wilson, the sophomore first-team preseason All-Conference USA player, 10 catches for 63 yards for him. Leading blocker for Delaware was Joaquim Roman with 7 pancakes. For Western Kentucky, it was Brody Riff with 6 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Hilltoppers, they were led in total tackles by Tony Newsom Jr. with 13. They were led in tackles for loss by DeCambron Verrett with 3. Max Locke had the only sack of the game for Western Kentucky, and there were no interceptions. For Delaware, KT Say had the only interception. It's a 3-way tie for the lead in sacks with Blake Matthews, Noah Jefferson, and Samari Blades each getting 1. And a bunch of different guys had 1 tackle for loss to tie for the team lead for Delaware. In total tackles, the Blue Hens were led by Nasir Eatman with 10. Kicking stats for Delaware, Eli McGee made both of his field goal attempts with a long of 35. He's also 2 of 2 on extra point attempts. For Western Kentucky, Chance Bayless made his only field goal attempt from 38 yards out, did not get a chance to kick an extra point. Punting for Western Kentucky, Jackson Smith had 5 punts for an average of 46.4 yards per punt, and Delaware's Josh Cupid had 3 punts for an average of 46.3 yards per punt. Kick returns for Delaware, Kadaris Roberts had 1 return for 21 yards, and for Western Kentucky, Fonzie Smith had 2 returns for an average of 18.5 yards per return, while Jeremiah Carroll had 2 returns for an average of 16.5 yards per return. Punt returns, Western Kentucky did not get a single punt return, and for Delaware, Dwayne Lofton had 1 return for 11 yards. Looking at the scoring summary, there were no scoring in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Delaware gets on the board with the 36-yard touchdown run from Kadaris Roberts, and then Eli McGee kicks a 30-yard field goal. The Blue Hens led 10-0 at halftime. In the third quarter, Delaware adds a 14-yard touchdown run from Nick Minicucci to lead 17-0 going into the fourth. In the fourth quarter, Western Kentucky gets a 37-yard field goal from Chance Bayless to avoid the shutout, but then Delaware answers with a 34-yard field goal from McGee, and that gives you your final score of Delaware 20, Western Kentucky 3. The preseason favorite in Conference USA, Western Kentucky, off to a very rough start, and Delaware might be the new favorite in Conference USA with that impressive road win. Looking at the headline for the game, Road Warriors, the Blue Hens moved to 1-0 in Conference USA conference play after a win over Western Kentucky. Players of the game, DeCamberon Verrett and Sean Wilson. You can see Delaware led in everything. That is our last Week 0 game, so our next video will be a recap of Week 0 and a preview of week number 1. But from Bowling Green, Kentucky, Delaware gets the huge Conference USA road win, defeating the preseason conference favorite Western Kentucky 20-3, and we will see you next time.